Okay, so I'm going to put my orange piece right here. And you can see that I have the blue under it, and then there's that layer of green. The yellow is already in place, and so the orange will go on top of this. Okay, and then my last big piece is going to be my bunny. And so you can see that all of those pieces are stuck together. Now, if you, again, if you're doing an angel, this whole thing would be put onto a piece of fabric. If West Quilt's doing something different, then you would either leave one major piece in the back like this. You can see that my green piece is kind of hanging off to the side there. But you'd either leave a bottom layer like this, and this will make it easier on whoever's working the quilt this year to keep everything together. If you can get as many pieces together as possible, is easier on those people. Or one other thing you can do is if you take a piece of fabric, kind of like the angel Dowdell class does. If you take a square of fabric and you put your picture together on that fabric and then iron it, but then somebody will have to go out later and cut around to make sure that background isn't there, because typically the West quilt won't have squares. It'll be kind of like a landscape, and so you wouldn't want to have this yellow or neutral fabric showing necessarily. So those are kind of your two options. Now, the last thing for this little guy is that he has, in the picture, he has two eyes and a mouth. And so I'm going to show you how I do the little bitty pieces, because they can be kind of tricky. If I'm doing stuff for shirts and stuff, I usually like to use like beads or buttons for that, because the little pieces are a little hard to work with. But I'm going to show you how I would do it with fabric.